Entertainment. Today I will share with you 7 money lessons I learned from the book The Richest Man in Babylon. Now this book, The Richest Man in Babylon, is written by George Samuel Clason in 1926. As of when I am doing this video, about 91 years old, and the information in that book is actually relevant today as it was when it was published in 1926. Now, the book chronicles how practical money management and wealth-building lessons were used by Arcade. Arcade achieved his feat by riding on the wisdom he gathered from the richest money lender called Agassiz. In this video, I will share with you 7 simple lessons in the 91-year-old book, The Richest Man in Babylon, that you can employ in today's world and get excellent results. Now, this book has employed diligent steps in building wealth. These 7 lessons I'll be sharing with you today are lessons from what Akai called the 7 cures from a lean purse, which he presented to a group of 100 men over 7 days in a bid to transform Babylon into the wealthiest city in the world. Now, number 1, I'll be starting with the first one, which says control thy expenses or control thy expenditure. It says confuse not your necessary expenses with thy desires. What each of us call our necessary expenses will always grow to equal our income unless we protect the contrary. Now, here is actually telling us to live below our means. Cut your coat according to your size. No go dey do pass yourself. More like live beyond what you earn. Live below what you earn. Do not look for every possible means to reduce your expenses. Don't spend unnecessary. Reduce your bad spending habit. Spend when it is necessary. Don't buy things that are not important. Watch your spending limits. Now, actually, the greatest way to actually increase your savings or the money you can keep aside is by reducing your expenses. That's the truth. Because you cannot be earning 20,000 naira and be spending 20,000 naira at the same time. That's bad. So if you're earning 20,000 naira, you have to live below that means of 20,000 naira so you can have something to save up for the rainy days and for other emergencies that might pop up as you go. Now the second one says start thy purse to fattening. It says for every 10 coin thou placest within thy purse, take out 9. Now the second one says start thy purse to fattening. It says for every 10 coins thou placest within thy purse, take out but 9. The purse will start fattening at once. It is increasing. Weight will feel good in thy hand and bring satisfaction to thy soul. It's simply saying here you should save at least 10% of your income. Now, saving at least 10% of your income, it doesn't mean you should not do more or you cannot do like 30, 50, 80%. It depends on you as an individual and your target. Now, but it's saying you should save no matter how small it is. Just make sure you're saving for the rainy day and for emergency. Now, saving is actually compiling capital for a short term. It is not investing. Saving is different from investing. But it's saying at least you should save at least 10% of your income. Just make sure you're saving something no matter how small it is. Now the third here it says, make gold multiply. Thy gold may retain from thy earning is but the start. The earning we make shall build our fortunes. Learn to make your treasures work for you. Make it your slave. Make its children and its children work for you. It's actually saying make your money work for you. Here it is telling you to actually invest. Invest with your money. Get assets that would actually be paying you with time. Invest for long term. Invest and make dividends. Invest to actually compound interest. Here it's saying if you can invest in different things now currently in Nigeria. You can invest in stock, in bonds, in real estate, owning assets, things that would actually fetch you money, that would actually make your money be useful to you, making your money to be working for you without you even stressing yourself. There are different apps where you can actually invest your money. There's Cowrywise, there is bamboo, there is piggy vest. You can actually start somewhere. The fourth one says, guide thy treasure against loss. The first sound of principle of investment is secure thy principal. Is it wise to judge by the larger earnings thy principal may be lost? I say not. The penalty of risk is probably loss. Study carefully before participating with thy treasure. Each assurance that may come safely reclaimed, but be not misled by thy own romantic desires to make thy wealth rapid. He says, he's trying to tell us here, protect your wealth. Because there's actually an investment portfolio, it doesn't mean that you should go and invest in what you don't understand. You have to take your time, learn about whatever you're putting your money into. Study about it, understand the concept, understand how it works, understand how it is being monetized. How does it generate money that pays you? You don't just go and put your money in a particular anything that you like and you say because you are trying to invest. Understand what you're putting your money in first of all before you actually put your money in that particular stuff. If you want to buy stock, if you want to buy bonds, if you want to invest in mutual funds, if you want to buy a landed property, if you want to buy other assets, take your time, do research, understand it before investing your money, thereby guiding you to protect your money. Number 5 says, make thy dwelling a profitable investment. I recommend that every man own his roof that sheltered him and his, nor is it beyond the ability of any well-mentioned man to his home, to own his own domicile, and to have a place he is proud to care for, putteth confidence in his heart and a greater effort behind his endeavors. Here he's saying, build or rent a home you can comfortably afford. Don't go dey do pass yourself at all. Now the 6th one is saying, ensure a future income. The life of every man proceeded from his childhood to his old age. Therefore do I say that this behoves a man to make preparations for a suitable income in the days to come, when he is no longer young, to make preparations for his family, should he be no longer with them, and comfort and support them. Here is telling you to plan for retirement, because now that you're actually very young, healthy, strong and working, you should actually plan what you'd actually survive on when you're no longer working. When you're weak, your bones are soft and you cannot do any work anymore. So it's saying plan for your retirement. It is not early to start saving for that retirement of your dream. The best time to start is now. So start planning for your retirement, and this is what a lot of people fail to understand, that one day they would actually stop working and they would start feeding on what they've actually worked on. So you have to start now to start planning for your retirement. The 7th one says, increase thy ability to earn. That the man who seeks to learn more of his craft shall be richly rewarded. The more wisdom you know, the more you earn. Cultivate thy powers to study and become wiser, to become more skillful, to so act as to respect thyself. Thereby thou shalt acquire confidence in thyself to achieve thy carefully considered desires. Invest in yourself. Spend money to actually invest in yourself. Get courses that will help you learn a skill, anything that would actually make you increase your ability to earn. Just do it for your self-development and your pockets too. You can